Thank you, Mr. President and colleagues. Well, it is a very special day in LA.
Now that's worth a bigger round of applause than that.
Come on, guys. You know, as my colleagues were noting, it's only in Los Angeles where we can honor one of the greatest ska bands and honor Jewish Heritage Month all at the same day. So this is what Los Angeles is. And I am very proud to be joined today by members of the Specials, Terry Hall and Horace Panter, and Linval Golding, who unfortunately, they've had the most ridiculous tour schedule, and I don't know how you guys keep pace. I mean, frankly, your schedule seems a little bit crazier than mine. And it's phenomenal, the tour schedule that they've maintained. But today we are here to celebrate and honor and declare in the city of Los Angeles the Specials Day in LA. And we are doing so as we commemorate and celebrate their 40 years of musical excellence that has really touched so many of our lives. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize my favorite rude boy who's in the audience today, my husband, Raul Fontanilles. Rally.
Let's give Raul a round of applause, my man.
But I want to, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Specials, I want to thank my staff for pulling together a wonderful clip to help introduce you. So we'll go ahead and play this first clip.
Messing around. Better think of your future. Time you straighten right out. Creating problems in town. Routine. A message to you. Routine. A message to you.
So I recognize that many of you may not be familiar with these fine gentlemen, and their music has really been woven into the fabrics and the narratives of our lives. So often their music plays, and it's been mainstreamed in a number of commercials and movies, and you just never really recognized it, because I know many times when I've asked folks if they like ska music, many of them really don't know what that is. So I want to share with you a little bit of familiar history, and I also have one more clip that we'll share shortly. But first, I want to give you a little bit of a brief history. The Specials formed as an artistic response to what was happening in the 70s in England, and high levels of unemployment, anti-immigrant sentiment, and a rise in neo-fascist skinhead groups. During this time, these fine gentlemen you see behind me and some of their mates were some of the first to marry the frenetic energy of punk rock and the soulful melodies of Jamaican ska. In '79, in Coventry, England, the Specials were formed, and in the late '70s was a time filled with racial tensions, but the Specials were made up of both black and white performers, and their lyrics encouraged racial harmony while celebrating our many differences. For me, it was really an opportunity for us to celebrate at a time when we see such a rise in these very similar sentiments, for us to recognize and uplift individuals that are contributing to helping spread the word and the message that together embracing our uniqueness and our differences makes us far more powerful. That is who we are in Los Angeles, and that is why we are declaring today, May 29th, the Specials Day in LA. And so I want to share with you a brief clip because it's one of my favorite clips. And I think if you don't, for those of you that see it, I think it's just a reminder of, again, how this music has been woven into so much of our youth. And so I'd like to play this next clip. Right? Everyone wants Joan Cusack skanking, right? So bands, you know, bands like Madness, The Selector, and the English Beat would follow the example that was started with the Specials, and their songs, A Message to You, Rudy, Ghost Town, Gangsters, and so many others are still heard in clubs and on radios around the world. And so with their latest album, Encore, released earlier this year and quickly climbing the charts, they are in the midst of another international tour, and I am so proud to be joined by them today and to have their presence honor us here in Los Angeles Council Chambers. You know, 40 years has gone by very, very quickly as you wink. And with that, I'd like to invite the lead singer for the Specials, Terry Hall.
Thank you, Monica. Sincerest thanks to Monica. It's a really fantastic honor, and yeah, it's just really beautiful. And on behalf of the Specials, we'd like to thank you with all our heart. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Horace?
Thank you very much, citizens of Los Angeles. You have great taste in music. But thank you for acknowledging the music that we've played, but also what it stands for. And I say this on behalf of Linval, who can't be here today. It's been remarkable. If somebody had said to me 40 years ago that I would still be playing this and have a reception like this, I would have been incredulous. But this is wonderful. Thank you very much indeed.
So, Mr. President, colleagues, again, thank you for helping me give the most distinguished honor we can give folks that helped to create the narrative that we need to exemplify here in Los Angeles. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we declare May 29th the Specials Day in LA.
All right.